Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here at 7 o'clock on the Wax. Today is Friday. It's November 15th. I'm Caitlin Francis.
Good morning. We have a lot to get to this morning. I'm Caitlin Nuclo. Let's start with that first alert weather. Get you ready as you head out the door. Meteorologist Scott Gagliardi is in, and we have another first alert to tell you about.
We do. This is the third Friday of November. It's the third first alert weather day of Fridays on a Friday, and then a red flag warning. 3 Fridays in a row.
Wow.
It's
Maybe
just
this
unreal.
will be the end.
We're hoping.
3 strikes, you're out.
That's what we want, right?
Yep.
I mean, this is too much. We've had these red flag warning days, not just for today, but they'll continue even for tomorrow. Excuse me, likely on our Saturday as well. So that, excuse me, we're just getting going here. First alert weather day for today and tomorrow. The drought is certainly an issue. The leaf drop is an issue as well, and those gusts today and tomorrow, 20 to 30 miles per hour. Fire could spread rapidly. Take a look at this shot, though, from New London. Looks good out there. It's cold, 29 degrees. A light breeze out of the north-northeast at 5 right now. That will change later on this afternoon. Now, the drought monitor, so this is last week. Notice the entire state is in a level 2 out of 4. Now, look at the increase. This level 3 for all of Litchfield County, parts of Fairfield County, northeastern or northwestern Hartford County. Now, a lot of people have asked, you know, are we there yet in terms of, oh, should we be looking at water restrictions? Yes. Level 3 is there's only one category left. That's extreme. And if you get there, that's when you notice reservoir levels are low and there are mandatory restrictions. So, yes, we are there in terms of how bad things are. Temperatures, 20s, that's right around 30. These temperatures will climb another 20 degrees, even near 60 today. So a much warmer day, above average. Those temperatures continue to climb even through the weekend. I'll have the very latest on if there's any relief over the next 7 days. All that coming up in just a few minutes. Okay?
All right, thanks, Scott. Good morning, everyone. Let's get you a check on those roads here at 7:02. If you're just joining us on the Wax, we do appreciate that. You can see we're starting to see some really minor delays that are building across the state here. Live look in Hartford, 91 north and southbound. Things picking up on the southbound side, heading in towards the capital city region. And Waterbury, 84 east and westbound. You can see in and out of the Mixmaster there. Still actually moving along, fairly light traffic volume as it is in Middletown along Route 9. And in Meriden, 691 east and westbound. It's a spot that we typically see some of that daytime work pick up. Daytime construction, majority of it picks up between about 8:30 and 9 o'clock. But right now, construction free, crash free as you're heading out the door. And a live look at your drive times if you need to be heading to work or bringing the kids to school. You can see just about an 80-minute ride, 95 southbound New Haven to the George Washington Bridge, 91 and 84, both moving along nicely. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, Kate, I got to jump in here from the First Alert Desk because just within the last hour, state police have shared an important update about a deadly crash in Mystic with us. We now know that the person who died is 37-year-old Paul Bigos of Dighton, Massachusetts. Late last night, state troopers rushed out to that scene of that terrible wreck right on I-95 North near exit 88. Police tell us apparently Bigos lost control behind the wheel and then slammed into a parked construction vehicle that was on the grass right near the highway. We now know that that construction vehicle was unoccupied. We are still, though, learning more about this crash, and hopefully we'll get you another update in just a little bit from state police. But again, we now know that a 37-year-old from Dighton, Massachusetts was killed in that awful wreck in Mystic. Live at the First Alert Desk, I'm Roger, Suzanne, and Caitlin.
All right, well, this morning, parts of our state are under severe drought conditions this morning, and locals are concerned about this.
Yeah, Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler breaking down some of those concerns for us this morning.
Well, guys, state leaders are telling us that they're seeing more extreme weather conditions as of lately. Now, we know that this funding that they're asking for would be used to support and preserve farmland. The lack of rain can result in crop loss and declining production. Farmers in Connecticut have had enough weather woes this last year. The severe August floods impacted farmers across southwestern and western Connecticut. They lost crops, livestock, and were hit with the high expense of property damage. Right now, we are in a stage 2 drought advisory due to below normal precipitation and ongoing fire danger. Some areas of our state are now at a level 3, including northwest Litchfield, portions of Fairfield, and Hartford counties. This drought isn't just impacting farmers, but those who rely on well water. One woman we spoke to in Wolcott is relying on a pool company to fill her well, but that's only a short-term solution.
It's so dry that I think it's going out just as fast as we're putting it in. So we're watering the ground around us as well as trying to get, water into our house, which is a little frustrating.
Now, the Channel 3 First Alert weather team is not expecting any significant rainfall within the next several days. Once again, today at noon, that's when state leaders and farmers are going to be meeting here at Killam and Bassett Farm Stand in Glastonbury to urge Congress for more funding. In Glastonbury, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
It's 7:06. Right now, police are investigating after a dangerous night on Connecticut roadways.
Berlin police say a New Britain man was killed when he crossed the center line on Christian Road last night and crashed head-on with another car.
The other driver remains in the hospital this morning, and police had that street closed off overnight. It is back open at this time. And another serious crash to tell you about. This one in Bolton has police there looking for answers. You can see the damage to that vehicle here on your screen. It's pretty incredible. We're told a car and a truck collided at the intersection of Clark Road and West Street last night. Police say both drivers were hurt and they are in the hospital this morning. We'll, of course, bring you updates as soon as they come into the newsroom.
An interesting twist here in the ongoing legal battle between the families of the victims of the Sandy Hook massacre and Alex Jones, who claimed that the deadly day was just a hoax.
Yesterday, the satirical publication The Onion won Jones's Infowars platform in a court-ordered auction, but now Jones calling that sale into question, and a judge actually wants to take a look at it. So Channel 3's Jared Hill has the latest.
In what started as a joke turned a chance for healing, Thursday, satirical publication The Onion won a bid for a controversial public figure Alex Jones's Infowars platform.
We're going to make it into a bigger and better thing. We want in a couple of years for people to be like, oh, Infowars, that funny website, instead of like that horrible place of, Funhouse Mirror horrors.
Ben Collins is CEO of The Onion, which has spoofed Jones and his conspiracy theories for years. But one of Jones' most notorious spins landed the tycoon in legal trouble. In 2022, the families of the Sandy Hook massacre won more than $1.4 billion in a defamation judgment against Jones. And this summer, a court ruled his assets, including the media company, had to be sold to compensate those families.
His horrific messaging and attacks and stuff started immediately after the shooting.
Robbie Parker's 6-year-old daughter, Emily, was among the 26 victims killed by the gunman at her Connecticut elementary school in 2012. Jones used a moment of him speaking to the media the day after the shooting to label him a crisis actor and the shooting fake. The new website is expected to work with gun violence prevention group Everytown for Gun Safety.
Humor is one of the most effective ways to reach people and to actually combat misinformation. And so that's why we're all in.
But last night, Alex Jones argued the sale hadn't actually gone through.
The Onion's everywhere announcing they bought it.
The judge in Jones' bankruptcy case ordered a hearing for next week on how the auction was conducted. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Well, right now, we're working to learn if 3 FBI investigations in our state are connected.
This had a lot of people talking yesterday. So yesterday, federal agents raided homes and businesses in Portland, Rocky Hill, and New Britain. Investigators arrested a suspect in Portland. We are still working to learn that person's identity.
2 UConn students now facing criminal charges and potential expulsion this morning after a scary situation caused panic in a dining hall. Police say last week, Tan Bao pretended his phone was a gun and yelled to students to get on the ground. Nathaniel Getz recorded it. Investigators say they were trying to recreate a TikTok video that's been going viral.
In Waterbury, a driver cooperating with police this morning after apparently hitting a student with their car. This all happened right outside of John F. Kennedy High School yesterday afternoon about 2 o'clock. That's when police say a 15-year-old girl was crossing Highland Avenue. We are told she's expected to recover, and we are working to learn more about what led up to this incident and if that driver will be facing any charges.
And as we get another check of your First Alert weather, well, on this First Alert weather day, once again, red flag warnings across our state for the continued dry weather that we've seen. Here's a live look, though. There's some relief nearby. It's just we're not going to get it. That rainfall you see in Pennsylvania down through Maryland is just disintegrating and evaporating as it moves off farther towards the south. If anything, our skies are becoming clear here. There's another storm system out towards the north and east, towards Nova Scotia. That's not going to make its way here either. So the dry stretch continues. Those red flag warnings I'll notice for all of our 8 counties through Rhode Island and up through Massachusetts. Wind speeds later on this afternoon, 20 to 30 miles per hour. Any fire out there could spread rapidly. Any new ones could certainly spread very quickly. Take a look at temperatures today. We're climbing through the 50s, 56 expected in Granby, 60 in Suffield, 60 in Windsor, 59 degrees in Ellington, 56 in Plainfield. Along the shoreline, it's mild as well, 58 in Niantic, 59 in Old Saybrook, 59 in Durham, 58 in Wallingford, 59 in Brantford, and 57 degrees in Ansonia. If you're heading out later on tonight to the Friday night football game, we have Windsor Locks at North Brantford. It looks chilly by the end of the game, but we do have the slightest chance for a shower in our 7-day forecast. I'll let you know when you can expect that while coming up with your full First Alert forecast.
All right, Scott, thank you. As we head